In a small peaceful village surrounded by green hills and tall trees lived a man named Raghav. He was a poor farmer with a kind heart. Every morning he worked hard in the fields growing vegetables and grains. Even though he had little, he was happy and thankful for whatever he had. His small family, his wife Mira and their young son Arav meant everything to him. One day while digging near an old tree to plant some seeds, Raghav's shovel hit something hard. Curious, he kept digging and soon discovered a small iron box. His hands shook as he opened it and his eyes widened in disbelief. The box was full of shining gold coins. Raghav had never seen so much gold in his life. His heart started beating fast. He looked around, quickly closed the box, and carried it home. That night he showed the box to Mira, and her eyes filled with fear. "This gold is not ours, Raghav," she whispered. "It must belong to someone else. What if it brings trouble?" But Raghav, blinded by greed, shook his head. "This is our chance to live a better life. No more hunger, no more struggles." From that day, everything changed. Raghav stopped working in the fields. He bought expensive clothes, decorated his house with new furniture, and began spending money carelessly. The villagers were surprised by his sudden wealth and asked questions, but Raghav only smiled and said, "It is luck. God has blessed me." Mira became silent and sad. She missed the old days when they were poor but happy. Ara felt the change too. His father no longer played with him or told him bedtime stories. Instead, Raghav was always busy counting his gold or thinking about how to get more. One evening, an old beggar came to Raghav's house. He looked weak, tired, and wore torn clothes. He asked for just a piece of bread. But Raghav, filled with pride and selfishness, shouted, "Go away! I'm not running a charity." The old man looked into Raghav's eyes and softly said, "Be careful of greed. It never ends well." Then he slowly walked away. That night Raghav couldn't sleep. The old man's words kept echoing in his mind, but his greed was stronger than his fear. The next morning he returned to the tree, hoping to find more gold. He dug for hours, but there was nothing, only dry soil and stones. Days turned into weeks, and Raghav's gold slowly disappeared. He spent too much, trusted the wrong people, and made foolish choices. Soon there was no gold left. The friends who once praised him now avoided him. The villagers who admired him now whispered behind his back. Mira, heartbroken and exhausted, fell sick. Raghav tried to buy medicine, but he had no money left. Arav, too young to understand, cried every night seeing his mother in pain. One rainy evening, Raghav sat near the same old tree, soaked and shivering. He looked at the dark sky and broke down in tears. "I was a fool," he cried. "I had love, peace, and a happy family. But I lost it all because of my greed." The tree stood silently, its branches moving in the wind as if trying to comfort him. From that moment, Raghav decided to change. He returned to the fields and worked harder than ever before. He took care of Mira and Arav with love and promised never to chase wealth again. Slowly the villagers began respecting him once more, not for riches, but for his honesty and effort. Years passed. Raghav never became rich again, but he found something more precious: peace, love, and contentment. He often told Arav, who had grown wiser over time, "Son, wealth can buy many things, but it can never replace love, health, or family. Never let greed steal your happiness." And so, Raghav's story became a lesson in the village, passed from one generation to the next. A story teaching that greed, if not controlled, can destroy everything you hold dear. Greed may promise you the world, but it will take away your soul. True wealth lies in love, honesty, and a heart full of gratitude.